just send hundreds of them. Spend like an hour, and then wait. And then the ones that you got back, it's already a fantastic sign because, one, girls are online in the first place because they're probably a little bit desperate, or two, they're trying to keep something on the down low. Maybe they're, involved with somebody else. So right away, online's good for that. Also, if you get anything back from them, now they're interested in you. And then one thing I don't do, online I hardly ever, very rarely actually go out on dates with these girls. What I do is I say, hey, want to go, I got a movie, you want to watch a movie at my place? And if they say no, then I don't, because, honestly, after a hard day's work, I don't want to do anything, Tom. I want to sit back and drink a beer and watch TV. And it's kind of like ordering a pizza, I won't be too picky either. A pizza's kind of fat, and it's not really good for you, but it's cheap, and you can throw it out the front door when you're done with it. And that's the great thing about online dating. I'm not going to say I've dated the hottest chicks online, but it's kind of it's like riding a moped. They're fun to ride, but you don't want your friends seeing, and your friends never see it if you do it online.
Unbelievable. So how many chicks have you nailed?
From online?
Yeah.
I've been doing it for, let's see, I've probably done about 40 chicks online in about 2 years.
And how many dates do you have to go on in order to get what you want?
I won't go out on a date unless I actually see there's potential there. Like if she's really hot or really good looking or in her profile she says she's, got a master's or something where I think, well, maybe I might be interested in this girl. But if I don't see she's interested, I won't go on a date. I'll just say, hey, do you want to come over? Or at the very most, I'll go to like a Cozumel that's right down the street from my house and, hey, let's go to happy hour where it's, $2 for a margarita. I'm not going to spend a bunch of money on them.
I can just tell them, hey, I got a little work. We got some relatives coming in. I just tell them anything to get them out of there. And I try not to deal with the unattractive ones. When I see that they're real unattractive, if I have to go pick them up or something like that, I'll come up with the work excuse before I even get them to the house. But if they're real nice looking anyway, I get them to the house.
Now, the other guy said just have them to take a picture of themselves with their cell phones. That way they can't, Photoshop themselves or... you ever see those pictures online where the women actually use one of the effects of Photoshop to, shrink themselves?
Oh, yeah, they do that a lot. They do that a lot. But you have the ones that take the pictures with the cell phones, and at a good angle, at a certain angle, any woman looks attractive. So, I mean, you gotta just see them when you get there. When they get to the house sometimes, they'll be coming up the stairs. I just won't answer the door, and then I'll call them a little while later and tell them I had to shoot the work. I'm sorry or whatever. But, hey, you got to do what you got to do.
Got to do what you got to do. Thank you, Jermaine.
I know the guys been telling how to do it, but I got to tell you what I've done and what kind of, this is like a lifetime special that you'd see on TV. So anyway, I just graduated from school and don't really have a lot of money to myself, just started out a career. And if you know any of the girls that are in Scottsdale, I know you've been out here, they've been stuffed and stitched more in turkeys. With the plastic surgery and everything. Yeah. And Daddy Leykis, by the way. Daddy Leykis. And so, anyway, I had this epiphany one day to get on Myspace and get a Myspace account. Well, I ended up getting a Myspace account and put as my occupation as I was a doctor. Well, I knew that was just a golden lure to get these broads, right? Well, anyway, I started getting email after email, and my place was kind of a dump. I mean, it's different than what it was before. But one of my best friends has this enormous house and has a pimp ride, whatever. And so I ended up talking to these girls online. Ended up going out for maybe a cocktail to meet them, and then say, hey, listen, why don't you come back to my place? How do they come and pick you up or whatever? So I borrow my buddy's car and bring him back to my place. Bam, seal the deal, done deal. And I was in a zone. Kobe Bryant has nothing on me, by the way. The zone that I've been in is just incredible. Well, anyway, to kind of top it off, after the zone I've been in, I decided I'm going to have a little fun with this. So I decided to invite 5 girls that I'd been talking to the same bar. at the same time.
Really?
Yeah. So I ended up going to the bar, and all the girls were like, "Oh, so who are you here to see? Like, who are you here with?" And they would say, "Oh, no, I'm dating Brian." Wait, no, I'm dating Brian. So I had all the girls fighting over me at the bar, and literally they weren't even mad at me at all, and they still think I'm a doctor. So they're fighting over me, and I'm just sitting back laughing, right? So I got one girl saying, "Hey, we should come back to my place. Hey, we should come back to my place." And, I still see the girls once in a while. And, there's another girl that I didn't even tell this, I never told her, I never met her online or anything, but I never told her, I was a so-called doctor. Well, we were walking in the mall one day. And then I hear behind me, "Hey, doctor," and I won't say my last name because that will just put me on the fire. and I acted like I didn't hear, and I heard it again, and we just kept walking in the mall. And the girl that I was with goes, "Hey, I think that girl is just calling you doctor in your last name." I go, "I don't know what you're talking about."
Woman will sleep with a guy because he says he's a doctor. Isn't she getting what she deserves?
Okay, maybe you're right. Maybe you're right that the woman is stupid enough to believe everything that a guy says up front.
Not just that. If a woman is shallow enough to say, "I want to date a guy because he's a doctor,"
Okay, that is true.
then she's asking for it.
That is true. If somebody's going to date some guy, I'm sorry, I turned it on and I just can't believe that you guys are talking about these guys getting, nailing these girls on Match.com, and it's not just about...
Why do you have a problem? Why do you have a problem with that?
I just feel bad for these women who are stupid enough to put themselves out there and get hurt like that.
Why do you feel bad for them if people who are stupid are there for the taking?
That is true. But where do you meet the guys? Where are you supposed to meet guys who don't lie, who don't, I don't, it's just really, my view of men every day goes down and down. It's sad.
So you were thinking, let me ask, you were thinking Match.com was a good place to meet guys? Who don't lie?
Well, I thought it was better than Myspace.
Oh, really? So let's take the women who advertise online. When a woman, it asks for your photo. And so there'll be two photos. Your high school graduation photo is the main photo. And the rest of the photos are pictures of your dog, your cat, a nice sunset.
Right.
A picture of your Christmas tree, a picture of your children. You think those men are going to get what they think they're getting?
No, but you know what? I think the bottom line comes down to men. They come off as, I don't know, I think they just want to get laid. What happens?
That is correct. Girls just want to have fun, and men just want to get laid.